Peace, family. What's going on? You know, one thing I realized, you want something out of life, not all the time it's going to be given to you in an easy way. Sometimes you got to work at it. Sometimes you got to chip at it. You got to chip away at it. It's not just given to you just because you want it. There's stuff that you have to go through the fight. You have to go through the tough work to get that reward. You got to put in those hours. You got to put in those strokes. You got to put in those reps. You got to put in those reps. So that way you can begin to reap the rewards of what's available to you. You just got to work at it. And that work sometimes is going to be arduous. It's going to require something out of you that you normally don't give, right? It's going to require you to sweat. It's going to require you to work at it. It's going to require a version of you that you may not be accustomed to. But through that, that's when you find out who you really are, what you really are, what you're made of, what you're capable of, what you're able to withstand, what you're able to endure. Because just like this tree, my goal is to separate this tree, but it's enduring all the hard work, all the hard blows that I'm giving it until it breaks down. You can't let your dreams and your vision be like this tree, because life, all the negative attitudes, all the negative mindsets, all the negative opinions, all that stuff will try to slow you down, will try to stop you, try to hinder you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, achieving what you're supposed to be achieving. It's not easy. Life will put its weight of doubt and limitations all on you. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's your coworkers, your friends. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's our own beliefs, our own limiting beliefs that does it to us. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's possible. Why not? What if it doesn't work? What if it does work though? Huh? What if it does work? Then what? What do you do then? What if it does work and you just limiting yourself? Huh? What if it does work and it's the best, biggest, life-changing decision you've ever made? What if it does work? Huh? What if you're able to go out there and create something so wildly amazing that your friends and family didn't believe in? It only takes a dreamer to change the world. And with one idea, you can change that world. Everything ever created started with a vision. So why not let your vision come alive? Why not allow your vision to become a reality, come into fruition? Oh shit. Breaking axes. Broke another one. What the heck? Dang. You breaking axes. I don't know what to say. Yeah. 2 axes broken. 2 axes broken already on this tree. Down to my last side. I gotta get this one. Well, he's got the best of me. Yeah. But you see, your resources, sometimes your resources will get eliminated. You might not have access to the resources that you had, the tools that you once used to do the work so easily that you thought you had. Maybe you don't have the money, the health, the finances, you know, the labor, the family help that you thought you had at one point. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have that today. What do? How do you overcome? How do you persevere when you have a lack? How do you persevere when you have a lack? You just keep moving forward. You adjust. That's what you do. Sometimes you gotta take a step back, reassess. You say, okay, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. Yeah. And then you readjust. You strategize how to reapproach it. Yeah. And when you figure that out, we're working today. But you know what I mean? When your resources get limited, you re-strategize, you reapproach the problem, and then you reattack it. You don't stop just because something changed. You change along with it. Don't let those changing times. Everything's gonna change. Nothing stays the same. You mow your grass, a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, that grass is growing back. Depending on the season might be a couple days later, right? And if you don't ever touch the grass, what's gonna happen? It's gonna change, right? And then the moment you cut that grass, it's changed as well. It changed again. So we're always going through change. Blades of grass are growing, we're growing, our bodies are aging, right? The earth is aging, you know, the vehicles that we're driving are getting older, that's changing, right? The clothes that we're wearing, they're older. All that stuff is changing. You have to be a part of change. You have to be a part of change. And it's through change that you can create change. But it's only when you accept it. How can you expect to get better if you expect to stay the same? You have to embrace the change in order to become that new version, that new improved version, that new created version of yourself, right? Yeah. We're almost there. Almost there. Yeah. Life is not an easy walk in the park. You know, life will have its moments where it's easy, where it's simple and all seems well. But each one of us, it don't matter what point in time of our life we're in, we're gonna go through something. You know, whether we go through a health challenge, someone in our family or someone that we know, someone, or coworker, or one of our friends might go through a health challenge. Maybe ourselves indirectly might go through. Maybe we might go through a financial challenge. You know, money might be good, and then you might have a bad investment, bad year or something. Maybe the money slows up. You have another earth-shattering event. You know, where the whole economy is affected. That might happen. You don't know. Maybe jobs go down. You know, your finances might be messed up. Maybe you might have a relational problem. Somebody in your family talking nonsense. One of your coworkers talking nonsense. Maybe your spouse, your significant other. Maybe yourself. Maybe your friend is talking nonsense. We all gonna go through it. It's just really what time. At what time in life, when are we gonna go through that? That's the real question, is when. You know, when do we experience those challenges? Nobody knows, because it's destined for each person at a different point in time in their life. Yeah. 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 Destined at a different point in time in their life. So they're going to go through it. I might go through it while you're coming from it. And vice versa. Somebody might be coming from it, you might be going through it. Right? But also comes to, how do you deal with it? How do you overcome that? How do you step over those challenging scenarios, right? And come out on the victorious side? How do you become a victor rather than a victim? So we're not complaining over here. We're not talking about what we can't do. We're talking about what we can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about what we can do. What's possible for us. Anything's possible. Anything's possible with the right will. Yeah. 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 The right will, the right determination, the right plan of action, right? All that stuff. And if you apply that, you can obtain it. Woo. This is a full body workout though. You know, full body workout. Yeah. Yeah. I believe in challenging yourself, because it's through that challenge, you know, simulated challenges is what creates your resilience. Got an 85-pound vest on, chopping down trees. You create your own resilience after a while. You create your own resilience, you become it's like you crave the challenge. You look forward to the challenge. You know, they say American bison, when it storms, they run into the storm. The reason they run into the storm is because it's in the storm, right? When you go through that storm, eventually that storm falls out of rain. But when you're running from the storm, that storm's traveling. That storm's traveling. It's got a destination that's trying to go to, and you're running away from it. It's just chasing you. And eventually it'll catch up to you, and that storm will continue to pour on you as you're running away, and it's just following you and continue to pour on you as you continue to run away. But the reason the bison, they run to the storm, because as they're running towards the storm's coming towards them, and they're eventually running out of the storm by the time it passes. So they're in the storm a fraction of the time compared to everybody else who runs away from the storm. Run into the storm, run into the problems. When you run into the problems of life, right, into those challenges, when you run head first, it allows you, yeah, it allows you to, like I said, you can become more resilient, right? You become stronger, just like exercise. Yeah, just like exercise. As you work out, your muscles become stronger, right? You're able to do more things, and you become more resilient. That's the whole purpose of, you know, getting stronger, exercise, working out, staying healthy, right? And so you become more resilient, you become more uh, injury prone, you become more health and disease prone, right? Or, you know, you don't become invincible, but compared to the other people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, taking care of themselves, you seem almost invincible because of what you're able to do, what you're able to accomplish, right? Health-wise and challenge-wise, what you're, yeah. Woo! This thing. Come on, we so close. I just got a couple more swings, probably like 20 more swings. See that? That's a wobble. Yeah. He's right there. Right there. So, I like to challenge myself, and I believe a good challenge is what's needed in this world, because everything right now, everybody's looking for the easy. Everybody's looking for the easy way out, the microwave version of things. How can I get the success tomorrow when I start the business? How can I pass the class and get the A because I only studied one time? Well, you got to go through semesters and seasons and quarters and all that stuff. You got to go through the process, right? Everything requires a process. Everything requires a process. Don't matter if you're baking cookies, baking brownies, right? I like brownies. Yeah. Everything requires that process of work, of effort. Now, each effort and each thing that you're going for does require a different process. Yes, that is true. That is correct. It's going to require a different amount of effort. You know? But sometimes the greater reward requires a greater process. Yeah. Everything, you know, you want a six-pack in abs? What do you think you got to do to get a six-pack in the abs? Right? What do you think is required of an individual to get a six-pack in the abs? What do you think it's going to require for an individual? Yeah. Oh, shit. To get that, it's going to require consistent and persistent effort. And when you apply that, yeah, that's when you're able to reap those benefits. That's when you're able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah. Hard work beats talent any day. Yeah. Hard work. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do in order to get towards that goal, that result that you're looking for. It's not easy. It's not easy. But like I said, it requires something out of you that you gotta be willing to put in. And if you're willing to put it in, you'll be able to receive it. I wish there was an easier way than just saying, hey, you gotta do that shit. You gotta put it in. You gotta put that work in. Yep. But unfortunately, That's the only way to describe it, to label it, to let you know what is available and what is a potential for you. You gotta, like I said, you want to put it in. If you put it in, yeah, you'll be able to get it out. Work hard, and you'll see the results. You'll see it. Come on, y'all. Y'all got this.